boy Big Gov, man. I'm sitting here repping with hip hop since 1987. Disturbing me while I'm getting my practice on, man.
Shout my hip hop since 1987, niggas. Hip hop since 1987.com.
What's good? It's your boy Rick Dange here with my man Big Gov.
What up, though?
What's going on with you, man?
Chilling, man. Happy to be here. Happy to be alive, man.
Okay, man. Welcome back to Philadelphia.
Oh yeah, second home.
You already know, man. Well, you've been heating up the internet and the streets of Detroit heavy, but this is your first time on our cameras.
Yeah.
For the people that don't know you, tell us a little bit about where you're from and tell us how you got your name.
Well, my name is Big Gov. I'm from Southwest Detroit. I got my name from my mom, unfortunately. Like she basically, used to trip on me because I thought I ran everything when I was a youngster, man. Like I had company, wouldn't let nobody play with the toys or the Nintendos and nothing like that. It was all me. Like, nah, y'all sit over there, I'm over here with it. You know what I'm saying? So she used to trip on me like, you think you the governor? So she started calling me that.
And it just stuck. So what actually made you want to rap?
Man, I had a lot of influences, man. I had a couple cousins who had rap groups back in like 85, 84, 85. Listening to Run DMC, listening to LL, listening to the Fat Boys, which was actually the first album I ever owned was the Fat Boys, the In Jail album.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah, so that played a big part, you know what I'm saying?
Okay. So how would you actually describe your style?
Reality. Mainly just, it's a feel for me, you know what I'm saying? Like I hear the beat and whatever story, because it's all coming from the heart, it's coming from experience. It's nothing like you would hear in my music that you would think twice about, like, yo, I have to go check and do my research, because if you go look it up, it'll come back, you know what I mean?
Okay,
so,
factual rap,
yeah, you know what I mean?
What artists are you currently listening to and who inspires you?
Nas. Off top, like it ain't even no hesitation. Like he's the epitome of a MC to me. You know what I'm saying? And just listening to him, and then it's kind of like I vibe with him. You know what I'm saying? In a lot of ways, because around the time he lost his mom, I lost my mom, and we was going through a lot of things with dudes in the industry coming at us, and whatever the case may be. So it was parallel. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So if you could collab with any two artists from any genre, hip hop, singers, pop, whoever, who would you work with and why?
Definitely Nas first. And the reason being is because I put it on the bucket list to actually see what a Nas and Big Gov record would sound like.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Speaking
and
it into
where
existence.
we would go. Yeah, you know what I mean? So definitely Nas. And then as far as the other artists would be, rest in peace to Isaac Hayes, but it would definitely have to be him.
Okay.
Because I felt like his production style was something that it matches me as an artist. You see what I'm saying? So if he was on the beat and I added my flavor to the beat, I just think it would have been a crazy collab. Isaac Hayes and Big Gov. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
It sound good.
Hey man, you never know. So you're from Detroit. Yeah. And I know from doing my research, I did a lot of research on you, called some people out there, checked on a couple things. But you're dug in heavy in your city with all the heavy hitters.
That's what's up.
So whenever you think of Detroit, people that are watching this are going to think of Eminem, they're going to think of Big Sean, and then of course they're going to think of the OG Trick Trick.
Yeah.
Can you tell us about your relationship with Trick Trick?
That's my brother.
Okay.
It's it, you know what I mean? Like it's nothing else. Like people say what they want to say about him, but that's my brother.
Yeah.
That's my brother. You know what I'm saying? Like ain't nothing else to say.
Okay. All right, so I see that you got on your feet these pretty dope sneakers.
Thank you, man.
You recently just did a deal with Bungie.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you, bro.
It's crazy to get a sneaker deal. That's a hard thing to pull off.
Yeah.
Can you tell us how you pulled that off and tell us about the sneakers?
My big brother, Kevin, my partner, he called himself the closer, and it's the truth. He closes out everything. I met him about 6 years ago in North Carolina at a show, and we've been rocking ever since. And ever since we've been rocking, he been closing. You know what I'm saying? Like certain deals we'll pass on, certain situations we'll roll with. And like I said, Bungie just happened to be one of the ones that we roll with. You feel me? So, you know, I love the quality of the brand, from the clothing to the shoes. You know what I'm saying? And hey, man, I come from Detroit, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. There's no other artist, independent, or nobody from there that can honestly say they got their own shoe.
Yeah.
And the quality of the shoe is just dope. So, man, shout out to Bungie, man.
Shout out to Bungie, man. So, I see on your Instagram that you're always working and you're making moves.
Yeah.
You recently just released a new video for your record, Let Me Live, featuring Neisha Ne'shae.
Yeah.
First of all, it was a hot record, hot video.
Man.
If y'all haven't seen it, definitely check it out.
Appreciate that.
Tell us how you linked up with Neisha Ne'shae and how y'all put the song together.
Well, the homie Floss, which is her manager, Floss a lot. That's been my OG for years, like almost 20 years. So,
okay.
Anytime he has new artists that he's dealing with, you know, I either do production for him or he'll call me and be like, yo, I need you to come give me your opinion on something. And I listen to it. When I first heard her, I was blown away. You know what I'm saying? She's phenomenal, dude. Like, Neisha's the truth.
Yeah.
So it was inevitable that we got together and collaborated. I just didn't want to rush the collaboration.
Yeah.
You know, Kev was on me like, man, y'all need to do a record. We need to do a record. Rock Nation. I'm like, bro, hold on. Because this type of collaboration is going to take time.
Yeah,
you got to let that marinate.
Yeah.
So, perfect record came. One of my producers from Detroit, Flaming Laces, sent me the beat. And I was blown away by the beat. I sent it to her. She sent the hook back. It's time to lay the record. Laces then lost the doggone files, dropping the damn hard drive and broke the hard drive, so I'm sick. So it took me about 2 weeks to get over that. Pissed off. Every day I seen him at the studio, I'm looking at him like, damn. So I just finally went in the studio and said, okay, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do my own beat to the record. And I listened to the hook, the acapella of the hook, and just built around the hook. And the rest was history. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Now, the video for this song is a major video. Shout out to
thank you, man.
Y'all for putting that together. Yeah. Very well edited video. If y'all haven't seen it, definitely check it out. What was it like shooting the video, and how did you guys come up with the concept for the video?
Shooting the video was actually dope. You know what I'm saying? Like, Neisha on the set was pretty much one of the coolest. You know what I'm saying? She really didn't, she didn't go into Hollywood mode.
Yeah.
Like, you would expect people who got a certain level, got to a certain level to act a certain way. She was blending in with the people, kicking it with the people. So the vibe of the video was dope, just shooting it. But the treatment came from my homeboy, which is like my brother, Ness from Ghani Vision. Ghani Vision, he came up with the treatment. I let him live with the record for about 2 or 3 days, and he called me back with the treatment. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we actually wanted to shoot it in Philly because it has like a rocky feel to it. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
But due to time constraints and all that, we had to just do what we had to do.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? But it came out phenomenal.
Okay. Now, you mentioned a second ago that you produced.
Yeah.
So you're not just an artist, you're not just an entrepreneur, you're also a producer.
Right.
How'd you get into production?
Man, dealing with a producer that I didn't like. I was around 12 years old. I was signed to this independent label in Detroit. And their main producer was like, he was alright, but he didn't give me what I needed. You know what I'm saying? So after watching him in the studio work the equipment, which was like an ASR 10, a Sonic ASR 10, and a MPC 2000, I just grew accustomed to using those pieces, learning them and playing with them on my own. And once I figured it out, couldn't tell me nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
So that's how that came about.
Okay. So, but like I said, you're not just a producer who's producing for yourself. You also produce for other artists as well.
Yeah. I've done production for a little bit of everybody, man. From like Proof, I've done production with Royce. You know what I'm saying? I actually had production with Styles P from the Locks. Production with AZ on top of it. Like production for most of my favorite artists, except Nas.
Okay. Nas, if you watching this,
Man, come on, man. just do a hook, dog. I'll send the beat to you. And Cool G Rap. I'm hoping I can get this placement with Cool G Rap. That'd be crazy too.
Another legend.
Yeah.
So if somebody's watching this and they never heard your music, what's the first song or video they should check out from you?
The first song would be No Signs of Weakness.
Okay.
It's like the most important song to me, based on the I lost my mom in 2005 to cancer. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's cool. She in a much better place. Basically, I took the last voicemail that she sent me before she passed, and I put it into the intro of the record. So that's actually her voice. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's crazy.
So it kind of give me, I can't even perform the record because every time I hear her voice, it's like, oh man, you know what I'm saying? But it's a very descriptive record of who I am and what I've been through. So, you know, if you really want to get to know who I am, all you gotta do is pull that record up.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Now, what's the next record you plan on dropping?
I ain't saying. I ain't telling. Because the reason being is like, I got a lot of records in the tuck that could go as a follow-up, but I want to keep working because at the end of the day, this Let Me Live record is so big and powerful to me. I don't know about everybody else, but to me, I feel like this record needs to be worked. This is not the type of record you put out for a couple months and then you say, oh, here go the next single.
Yeah.
Nah, I got to work this record.
Okay.
I really got to work this record. You know what I'm saying?
Now, the record Let Me Live, is it off of a project you plan on dropping, or is it its own beast? You just working that on its own?
It was supposed to be for the Success is Gangsta album, and it still might be. I'm not sure yet, but the way that things are going and the way that the single is actually spreading and people gravitating to it, I kind of want to just let it live. You know what I'm saying? Like, and if it comes to a point where we just feel like it has to go on the album, then we'll put it there. But for right now, we just working.
Okay.
You know?
Okay. So you just said Success is Gangster.
Yeah.
That's the name of your next project.
Yeah.
Can you tell us anything about the project? Production, features, release dates?
I ain't saying, man.
Everything holding it closely. You can't tell us nothing.
I ain't saying, man. I'm not. No, I'm not talking. Nah, man. I'm really just working, man. I'm just trying to build the album, and I want the album to have a classic feel to it. So I really don't want to give too much and say too many things about it because I want everything to be in place.
Yeah.
Like I need it to be. I kind of want to give it that feel that Jay-Z gave his people when he dropped the American Gangster album. Like,
classic.
It was dope. Like, it was a dark album, but it was so dope to the point where you really had to vibe with it from the first track all the way to the end.
Yeah.
And it was an audio movie.
Yeah.
And that's how I want Success is Gangster to be.
Okay, so basically with what you're saying, we're gonna be able to see it throughout the whole project.
Exactly.
Okay, I like that. So there's a lot of people that are watching this, labels, street niggas that got a bag that might want to approach you. Are you trying to stay independent or are you trying to sign to a company?
Well, what I want to do is I want to do the most as an independent company. And I want to be able to say, I don't need y'all, but if it's something that we can do and we can collaborate, that's fine. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to go to a label and make them feel like I need them, you know? Like, what can you do for me that I can't do for myself?
Yeah.
It's the question. And if we can come up with something cool, I'm running with it. But until then, I'm out here on the grind, man. You know what I'm saying? I was the dude who believed in taking the whole kilo and saying, I'll bust it down to rocks.
Yeah.
While everybody trying to move the big bag, let me just bust this down to these rocks and slow roll it. You see what I'm saying? And that's my mentality.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? So that's what I'm on. And it's been working.
So it's a marathon, it's not a race.
Yeah, it's a marathon.
Okay. Detroit is a city that's very similar to Philadelphia.
Yeah.
I tell people all the time, the slogan of Philly is, if you can make it in Philly, you can make it anywhere.
Hey, my brother from Philly, I hear it all the time from him.
And I feel like Detroit has the same slogan. If you can make it out of Detroit, you really can make it anywhere. What's the hardest thing about coming out of Detroit?
Man, the hardest thing about coming out of Detroit is, how can I put it, man? It's just getting people behind you. And you know what I'm saying, like, you not no major artist, or you ain't got no major budget. It's just hard to get people to get behind you and really push you and believe in what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Some people, because you got a lot of people, like for me, for instance, like everybody know I don't have no crazy out of the, you know, but my following, they love me, so they jump behind me and they, we pushing regardless, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I ain't benzed up and none of that, but they looking like, he doing his thing and we love the music, it's quality, it's industry standard, and I hear it all the time. You supposed to be out of here, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So the hardest thing is just, a lot of times it just be about your budget, you know what I mean? That's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that leads into my next question. How do you feel about the climate of the music industry in Detroit right now?
I think it's dope. You know what I'm saying? The only thing I don't like is the business side of it. But for the most part, it's a beautiful thing to see all of the artists picking their lanes and running with it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, if you listen to me and then you listen to T Grizzly, you will realize we two different types of artists. But that sound that he does is what's cracking in Detroit right now. Like, that's the main Detroit sound.
Yeah.
So for him to be able, because a lot of people used to hate on the sound and say it wouldn't make it past the Mason-Dixon line.
Yeah.
His sound is being loved everywhere. They playing it in LA, they playing it in Oakland, they playing it in Miami, they playing it in Texas.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, he found his lane and stuck with it. And it's a lot of other artists who has the same sound that's making noise in the city. You got Sada Baby, you got a bunch of dudes, you know what I'm saying? And I just love the fact that everybody's picking their lane and sticking with it. And then I have my lane and people respect me in my lane.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's dope. It's dope.
So for the people that's watching this, that want to follow you on social media, Instagram, Twitters, Facebooks, or people that want to hit you up to get beats, do features, what's your social media so they can contact you?
Actually, my social media for Twitter and Instagram is BIG_GOV. You can actually go to the website for other content, which is pitchblackentphilly.com. Facebook, my fan page on Facebook, and for booking and things like that, they can contact my management, Brandy Carter. Her Instagram page is Brandy Carter, all together, BRANDEE Carter, all together. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So is there anything else you want to leave us with before we get out of here?
Movies. The movies, man. Wait. And shot by BZ Jones, and The Spot, shot by my homeboy Lee. That's coming soon. I'm in both of those with my GSM brother Diesel in The Spot. And then Detroit Ring, which is an artist and the vice president of Black Government Music Group. Okay. He's in Wait with me. You know what I'm saying? So we pretty much got those coming. The BG 210, which is the shoe from Bungie, you know what I'm saying, for Big Gov, is on the site, bungieofficial.com. You can order those. Or if you in the D, go to Alwasam and pick them up. And other than that, man, just be looking out, man. I got a few things coming, man. The music is coming. The album is coming. And Pitch Black, we got a few things we finna do as far as like compilation albums and things of that nature. So we just moving, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Dane too, man. Big Dane. Little fella.
Okay. So 2017, be on the lookout for my man Big Gov. Yeah. It's your boy Rick Dange signing off with hiphop since 1987.com.
Shout my hip hop since 1987, niggas. Hip hop since 1987.com.
It's the second time I've heard that word millennials. First time I heard it was yesterday with Farnsworth Band. They come to our shows. We get new fans every day. And to be able to have them follow us on a journey of a new project is definitely exciting, you know, for one, and just refreshing because it means we have an everlasting appeal on music listeners. So yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, man, like you said, you know, we have we have young fans now, you know what I'm saying, like, so, and I don't think it'll be too hard because the music, I mean, if you listen to it, a lot of what's going on out there today, you know what I'm saying, it was birthed from what we did, you know what I'm saying, so we know how to maneuver the sound and, you know, because we created it, like, so we know how to reinvent ourselves to make it appealing to the younger generation, like I said, without sacrificing